Odds are you had to sit through an advertisement to watch this video. You have my thanks for sticking it out. I hate advertisements. It's not enough that we see them plastered on billboards and flashing screens everywhere, or that you can't scroll through a website without coming across 14 of them, but they're even encroaching onto social media, and not in the way you might expect. I'm sure you've come across some of this garbage, but how often do you do anything except scroll away with a groan? Why don't we dig a little deeper? Has anyone been having any neck pain recently? Probably from slouching on your phone like a goblin for hours on end. This device looks like cheap garbage, and it's being sold again and again and again on a different video every time with the same sob story. Now, that is not to send any hate towards the two women who seemingly run this account. We are living in an increasing hellscape of late-stage capitalism, and we are all just trying to get by and find a solution out of it. But neither buying nor selling this garbage is the way forward. If you're having neck pain, work on your posture, rest your neck, work on strengthening exercises to hopefully alleviate the problem. If you're having serious problems, go to the doctor. Maybe you do need a medical device, but it's not this junk. This feels like snake oil, offering a product to people in pain who are desperate for a solution of some kind. But there are no testimonials, there's no explanation to how this works, their website has practically no information on it. Now maybe that's just me being mean, right? Maybe I'm the bad guy for hating on these two women who are running a small mom and daughter business. Maybe they're just trying their best and I'm just being a total bitch about everything. Except they're lying. They bought this off of Temu and are reselling it with a $30 markup. This is just another dropshipping scam under the guise of a sob story to get your money.
I just love my dog. Yeah. Think my brother told me how to taste the bag.
This video initially sucked me in because I have a vested interest in editing software, but then I realized it was a brand account, and this was obviously being done by AI, so I looked a little more. I downloaded the app to really see what all the fuss was about, and was promptly faced with a prompt to set up an account. I was not going to give them my information. Fortunately, their website had some more information. This app was made for and by artists. Oh, how heartwarming. Artists that want to implement artificial intelligence in their own work. Artists that want to outsource their own labor to a robot? This app is for artists that don't want to do art? That doesn't make any sense. So why does this app exist? It's being marketed as an app for kids to have a laugh. It's being marketed as a tool for real professional artists, neither of which makes too much sense. My guess is it has something to do with the 10 options for in-app purchases, the most expensive being a yearly pro subscription costing $300. This advertisement makes you want to bash my head into the wall. For only $70 after a generous discount, or $57 of saving if you buy 2 of these puppies, you can buy a large device that looks nothing like a pen and is very suspicious. I just want you to imagine yourself taking a test back in high school, and you're stressed, and you're sitting at this desk in the class, and you're stuck on a question. So what do? You reach into your pencil case and you pull out this large, blocky device, and you scan it over the question, you hit a few buttons, and you get the results. Great. The teacher definitely noticed. I cannot believe I have to defend education, but learning is an important ability. Yes, high school is often bullshit, but outsourcing your intelligence to a robot is not the solution. School can be stressful, hence why putting in effort and studying when necessary is important. You could spend $70 on a device that may help and will probably be taken away, costing you $70 of your own money, or you could put in some effort, actually learn the material, and do the hard work that ultimately is useful. Just because something is hard doesn't mean it should be circumvented. Being challenged is how you improve. Spoilers for anyone still in high school. Artificial intelligence will be no help to you in higher education. It will not be able to give you the answers. And if you've breezed through high school without ever learning any of the foundational skills, you're going to be in real trouble. Okay, I couldn't help but rant a little. Moving on. So we looked at brand accounts posting garbage, but I found something a little more insidious. Disguised advertisements. These aren't even labeled as advertisements, but they very much are. Either someone is working for the company directly, or they're being sponsored. Rather than a brand trying to be relatable, it's a brand pretending to be a person trying to be relatable. Let's look at an example. comments of this video are filled with people arguing over the fact that some people are unwilling to put in the effort to read the large block of text. And despite my love for literature and the written word, I feel the need to defend them. Because this scenario isn't real, and I can practically guarantee it. This account has a plethora of videos, an uncountable amount of videos, all about the same AI product that can apparently turn study notes into a Subway Surfers video. This account exists solely to advertise, to mass produce this content in hopes that one will go viral and people will buy this garbage product. What we see now is an example of an outlier, a relationship situation which draws us in with anger and frustration. It's rage bait to make you engage with an advertisement. This video is not marked as an advertisement, and the person behind this account posts the same recycled prompt again and again and again. It's a disingenuous attempt to sell us something, hijacking one of the few remaining social spaces and turning it into even more advertisement under the guise of relatability, of relationship drama, of sharing a human experience with someone. But it's just an ad. It's all it is. Also, there's not a chance that putting your notes on top of a rip-off Subway Surfer game will help you study at all. And if you disagree, you're lying. There is not a chance it helps with focus and engagement. You're not memorizing anything, you're just distracted. Oh, a sweet, happy couple video. Oh, what's this about an app? I trained him so well, the description says, despite this account presumably being the boyfriend's. Yeah, you did, because this is a skit. It's not real. Once again, it's this form of engagement bait, except this time, rather than rage, it's the kind of rage you feel when you see something cute. It's cuteness aggression. It is selling us a sweet story under the guise of an advertisement. We coo and ah about a baby while we're being sold something. If within 10 minutes of your child being born, you are back on your phone, you may need to reconsider your priorities. Also, isn't this inherently smarmy? I know you care about this stuff is placating. It implies that her partner can't even take interest in this thing she's genuinely passionate about. None of this matters because it's not real. If you go to the account, it's the same recycled content again and again promoting an app. Rather than education and studying, it's using astrology and relationships as a hook to get you invested. It's a grift done with different people, for a different reason, for a different app. It's the same scheme. Part of me wants to be understanding. We all do what we can to get by in this economy, but there's something slimy about this kind of advertisement. It's taking something real and human. It's taking love and channeling our love by proxy, our empathy for others, into advertising. It's unacceptable, and they don't even have the decency to mark this as an ad. You see the video, and for a moment you believe it, because you want it to be true. It's a nice story. But then you realize it's not true. It's just a lie for your emotional investment. And that feels shitty.
No AI is allowed in this interview, so could you please go ahead and share your screen so that I can make sure you're not using any other resources?
Okay, do you mind sharing your screen after this interview as well?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, just let me know when you can see my screen.
Good to go.
All right, I just have my Pinterest, YouTube, and then our Zoom mail invitation.
Okay.
Interestingly, this is the one video that doesn't actually show the product in the video, only posting an utterly unrealistic scenario for us to be upset about. And yet, if you look at the description, a brand account is tagged. And if you go to that brand, you can see that the person doing the interview in this fake scenario is an employee of the company. So it's not real. But there's clearly deception going on because people are believing this. Now, technically, they're not lying. The user replies to a comment asking if this is real and saying it's not. She's not claiming it to be true. But look at the other comments. People clearly are believing this. And they have to, because the only way this grift works is if people believe and are upset by it. It's an intentional deception. They need to do this to gain any traction. If you look at the account, it's all just the same recycled videos again and again and again, and yet there's barely any traction. And the ones that do have traction are the ones that are the most upsetting and engaging. People are mass producing advertisements trying to find what will do the best with the algorithm to make us all see it. No one cares about these products, so these brands have to lie and fabricate scenarios to make us care, and by proxy engage with their product. Think about that. These brands are lying to get our money. Suffice it to say, don't buy any of this crap. If you're struggling with school, research study methods, get help from your professors. One option I found really useful was using audio notes so I could replay lectures later, with your professor's permission, of course. But you need to learn to do these things for yourself. It's an important skill to have. If you want to be able to edit photos, learn to do it yourself. Learn transferable skills that'll work from program to program so you can make something yourself. Don't outsource any creative ability to a robot or to a company that will take your money. You won't be perfect or probably remotely good at it, but that's okay because at least you did it. It is inherently rewarding because you put in effort and made something you can be proud of. If you want to cheat at tests, don't do that. You're actually just screwing yourself over. It's disingenuous and academic fraud. Hell, if you really want a birth chart done, there are professionals in most cities that can do it. Check out your local occult shop or spirituality store. These advertisements are garbage and they're selling garbage. Life is hard and you can't buy the solution in a store. Capitalism is built upon exploitation and would not be able to function without profit. Profit is the distance between what a commodity costs to produce and can be sold for. And that distance, that margin, comes from the working class's labor. You and me and even these people marketing these products. They are not the bad guys, as irritating as this may be. Everyone is trying to win, or at least do well, in a system that is a zero-sum game. So make kin, contribute locally where you can, and support your community, because community makes life easier. Not capital, not commodities, not any of this junk being sold. And for the love of whatever God you believe in, delete social media. Thank you.